So that is something to consider. If you ever wondered what that is just an exposure spectrum graph. It can also tell you if there's too much red, too much blue, too much anything. So it does do more than just exposure. So it is a good thing to refer to. But again, some people out there will believe that's the word of law. But this photo is a perfect example of how the histogram does not always follow the true look of the photo. So I hope that was useful for you. I hope that answers some questions about that fancy little histogram up in the corner. Before I go, I do want to show you one little piece of bonus content. If you do click these edges here, it will tell you with a red and blue marker where the completely underexposed and overexposed areas out, the blown out areas, and then the areas that are just so dark that there's no detail left in there. And as you can see, when you lower or up the exposure, those become more and less predominant. So typically I would probably adjust the exposure a little bit more just to get rid of those areas, as long as it doesn't get rid of the overall quality of the photo. But that is also something very useful to use when you're trying to find the proper exposure to your photo, especially when your monitor might look different than somebody else's monitor. You want to make sure that you have as little of these blue and red dots as possible, just to make sure that your picture isn't overly or underly exposed in those areas. So I hope that answered all your histogram questions. If you have any more, leave a comment down below. Ask any questions you'd like. Send a like my way, and please subscribe. I have a ton of content always coming out. Refer to any of my other Lightroom videos. You can learn a lot from what I already have out, and you're going to learn a lot from what's coming out in the near future. This has been Curtis Crowe, the Photo Pro, and as I always do, toodles.